I don't know why this Amazon toy catalog for gifts was in my mailbox. I got to go check my mail. I got mail in there from 2 weeks ago, but this was in the last pile of mail that I checked. And this got me back in my feelings when we were little kids. Remember, we would have the Spiegel catalog for y'all my age. There was a Spiegel catalog, and we would go through. Hi, son. You knew mommy was trying to make a video. Hi, son. You want to pick something out the catalog, baby? What you want, baby? What you want? Okay. We used to look in the Sears and the big Spiegel catalog, and we would pick out stuff that we wanted for Christmas. That was after we found out that there was no Santa Claus. This guy from the 3rd grade in Catholic school teaches. I was. Hello? I was trying to flip through the catalog, son. Anyway, this guy in the 3rd grade in Catholic school bust my bubble out. I cried all the way home. He said we had to go in front of the class and tell what we got for Christmas. And I got up there and talked about the Atari 2600 my mother had got us, and my Easy Bake Oven. That was my favorite. And she got Tony a big wheel, and she got my sister, Santa Claus got my sister. Let me rephrase all of this. Santa Claus brought us tea set, Easy Bake Oven, Monopoly game, a big wheel, some doll babies, the doll house, Atari 2600, and I was so happy. And when I walked back to my seat, this guy named Kirk, who I haven't seen since the 3rd grade, said, "You know there ain't no Santa Claus. You know your mother and your father is Santa Claus." And honey, I cried all the way home. I was 8 years old. He bust my bubble, and I went home crying. I said, "Mom, Kirk said there was no Santa Claus." And she said, "Baby, sit down, let me talk to you." And my world was shattered. Maybe that's why I started eating, you know. Maybe I was traumatized about that. But after that, we found out that Mom was Santa Claus. And we would look through our Spiegel catalog. Excuse me, son, I'm about to flip over your face. Tricia said, "You ain't stopping the show. I ain't moving." But yeah, this is some cute stuff in here. One more page coming, son. There you go. I love you, son. I love you, little baby. You want me to get you something for Christmas, honey? I'll get you a gift, baby, okay? Well, yeah, I will, boo. I will. Okay. But this is fun looking at this stuff, y'all. Remember the racetracks that was in the shape of a number 8? My brother loved his racetracks. He loved a big wheel. He loved the racetracks and the train set. Remember the train set? Oh, my mom did a great job by herself. She did a daggone good job by herself with 3 kids. I don't know how she did it. And she didn't get on welfare or food stamps. She worked. That's why I'm not lazy. I seen her work. What am I going to be lazy for? Get up and go to work and take care of your business. Oh, there go the doll babies. Is that the doll babies? And the Barbie head. Oh my God, I remember the Barb. Oh, y'all, I'm about to get in my feelings. The funny story was my mom, well, AKA Santa Claus, had got our Christmas gifts and had hid them at my great-grandmother Geneva's house in the closet. Now, here go my brother, my late brother Tony. He found 2 of the Barbie heads. The Barbie heads are like mannequins that cut off at the head. Like when you go to cosmetology school, you get to style the person's head, hair, makeup. And Tony came to me crying. He said, "Perk, Grandma killed 2 girls and their heads are in the closet." Y'all, I can still remember how hard I laughed when I realized that Grandma had not killed 2 girls and put their heads in the closet. That it was our Christmas gifts. But yeah, we found out that Santa was not Santa. And my grandma was so disappointed with my brother. She said, "You're not my man no more." His nickname was Man. And she said, "Tony, you are not my man no more." He cried like a baby. But he was relieved that Grandma hadn't killed two girls and put their heads in the closet. Now, my grandmother's legs were amputated. How's she going to get down the stairs and go kill somebody and bring their legs back up? I mean, bring their heads back upstairs. You see how we think when we kids? All right, y'all. That's my nostalgia for today. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this. When I'm feeling sad about my family, I'm going to look at this because they're gone. I'm going to look at this and reflect on Christmases of the past. Later, babies.